Well, this is Dr. Dave Maslach talking about reciprocity.com. In this particular video, I really wanted to share with you my results of 150 days. It's my 150-day YouTube challenge. This is where I put up a video every single day. There's a video that goes up every single day at 11 a.m. And I've done that for 5 months now, which is actually pretty outstanding, I think, to be able to do this. And I'm going to share these results of how many videos I actually put up and let you see the results of if you ever want to do something like this. It's basically a content marketing challenge. Now, I looked at this from Miles Beckler. I saw some of his videos, and he had pretty good success. And I saw some other folks sort of following suit. So I thought I'd try this. This is probably one of the longer runs that's out there. So I thought I'd show you the results and whether it's actually worth it. To the content marketing at this stage. So I'm a professor of innovation strategy and entrepreneurship, and I created Reciprocity. The E is spelled with a 3. It's a sharing economy proofreading platform where you can get feedback on your writing. It was something I wanted to improve my own writing and, just become a much more prolific writer. I was really anxious at the same time of getting feedback from other people because I know that's how you actually improve. So I actually created this particular platform because I knew it was really useful and it's something that other people can use. So essentially you just go on there and there's no system fees if you want to reciprocate and help other people with their writing. But if you take money out of the system, you convert credits into the if you convert any of the credits that you earn into cash in the long run, there'll be a system fee, but normally that doesn't happen for a while, so you can check that out. But anyways, here's my YouTube challenge, and I must say that there's been a couple of fun things that I've learned along the way, and I'm going to share them at the end of this video to go through exactly what you might gain and something that you might not expect. So at this point, I've put out 256 videos, which is crazy because I never would have thought I would have done that. I've uploaded 256 videos, and the videos and the number of views per video really does vary substantially on each video. A lot of them don't get a lot of views, and some of them get pretty good views at this moment. So these are all the ones I uploaded. So when I upload the day of, you could see a lot of them are not getting a lot of views, to be honest. When I first upload them, probably some of these are even just myself watching them. So, in general, there's 9 right there. That's not too bad. In general, it's a very slow process in terms of this content marketing thing, but you can see that sometimes it's worthwhile. I'm going to show you this if I go to most viewed. You can see some of the individual views on the videos. It's loading here, just 1 second. So this I actually paid here for some YouTube advertising. I wouldn't do that at this moment simply because it wasn't that effective in the long run. It didn't really gain me anything, and it's essentially I'll show you exactly in a minute in terms of the watch time, but you can see the different views here. There is one that is actually getting kind of pretty good views in and of itself. It's this one right here. It's the how to get proofreading jobs, and that's actually has I get pretty good views all the time from that. There's a couple of other ones that are doing okay. I interviewed actually Nathan Fielder at the institution that I'm at, which is really fun to actually interview him. So I told my experience there. That one gets views, but you can see nobody likes that because I'm actually not talking to him. I'm telling about the experience. So no surprise there, and that's not surprising. And there was a couple of other ones, a couple of ones about graduate school actually do really well in terms of them continuously increasing, and they're pretty good, and they have pretty good reception, right? So motivation to do a PhD is one of them that gets pretty good reception. It's been growing okay on a regular basis now. So I'm going to close that. And you can see, so this is my last 28 days. I'm comparing it to the 28 days before. You could do that if you just click on comparison up there and change this to previous period. I've already set that up just to see. And this month I actually was doing okay in terms of the last 28 days. That's 4 weeks, right? So seven days in 1 week. You could see actually it was doing okay. I received, so what is that? 174 divided by 12, 90, what was it, 91? So like 45% increase from the previous period before that, that's pretty darn good, right? You can see that there is a gap there. That's not too bad. That's in terms of watch time. I'm not paying for any watch time at this moment or advertising, and I'll show you the results in a minute of what happened when I did that, and I wouldn't recommend it at this moment. You can see I'm making so much money. I'm gonna go home and buy myself a latte after this, and not even that. So this is what I made in 1 month off of the ads on there, $2.84. But I do appreciate it if people do watch that, and the ads and stuff like that. It is really nice of you to actually watch these videos, but you can see it really doesn't make any money, anything substantial. It is increasing though a little bit. You can see with the views that the views is actually increasing. This is pretty big jump here. This is probably another 50% jump in terms of views over time, and it is increasing. The last few days it actually went down. This is shortly after Thanksgiving at this point in the American Thanksgiving, so I think that's why the views dropped down last week. So they dropped, what was that? This is about Tuesday, I guess, right here. And then this was Wednesday, and American Thanksgiving is on Thursday. Maybe it was that one. I don't know. It was pretty low, but there was not a lot of views then. You could also see here the watch time, average view duration. Hasn't really changed. It's pretty stable over time. You can see, though, that there is an increase in the number of views and increase in the amount of watch time as well, which is, it's pretty neat to see that kind of stuff happening, right? And then I'm going to go here. I'm going to show you exactly where I paid for things and paid for advertising. In terms of advertising, this is where I did AdWords advertising. I actually did sort of a boost with this. It was a total waste of money. Do not do any of the boosts on your videos. They just get a bunch of views that nobody watches, and complete waste of time, waste of money. And then here I started paying for much more targeted videos at this moment, and I created a little ad. That was the one that had 10,000 views, just to see what was going on. I paid $5 a day for that ad to advertise to very targeted select people, and I was paying until right here, I believe. Yeah, it was right about here where it dropped, and that's when I stopped paying for any of the ads. And what the crazy thing is even though I was paying $5 a day to advertise those videos, I wasn't getting that much watch time from it, and it really didn't drop. It didn't affect anything. So I wouldn't, unless you've got that dialed in, you have the right video and the right ad and all that kind of stuff, I probably just wouldn't recommend it to do any of the advertising. It just really wasn't that effective for me. Maybe other people might find it effective, but you can see I'm still continuing on with this trajectory. It's a pretty stable trajectory over time. And yeah, that's kind of the interesting thing that I wanted to show you. And in general, yeah, it's, now I'm getting about, an hour watch time a day, that's pretty amazing. I think that's pretty good in terms of somebody that's actually sort of pushing this out and doing it in their spare time to do sort of content marketing, right? So that's not too bad. Here you can see, this is what I really wanted to show you in terms of the progress from content marketing. This is the traffic source of just from YouTube search. And you can see here, it wasn't until I started actually doing it on a regular basis and doing the YouTube video challenge where I was putting it out every day. Here I was doing it sort of intermittently, putting out videos to sort of talk about different things. But this is where I did it substantially. that I was doing it every single day, you could see that it is kind of an exponential growth. Maybe it's sort of falling off right now a little bit, but it might pick up. I don't know. But it did continuously increase. Now, mind you, that's pretty small. That's only 25 minutes being viewed every single day. That's pretty ridiculously small, but what I'm more concerned about is sort of the exponential growth that you see here, and sometimes that's a predictor. Sometimes it's not. You can watch my old YouTube marketing challenge video. I think it was from day 60, where I made a projection that was so incredibly off. It was actually really funny. You can watch it. Where I actually did some calculations and stuff based on forecasting, and wow, it was really, really far off. So with that, you can see, and I also wanted to show you what was happening on my website. This is the number of hits that are going on to the reciprocity website, and you can see, or number of sessions, you can see that this is when I stopped paying for any sort of ads, was right here, and you can see that it dropped off pretty substantially. So what was happening was people were seeing the ads, and then they were just going and checking out the website and then dropping off and not continuing. You could see, though, that it still continues to grow, and I'm continuing to sort of pluck away at that website and continue to build it out. You could see in terms of the watch time, right, it is increasing over time, or the average viewer duration, it's increasing over time, particularly after I stopped doing the advertising, because now I'm getting more organic views, right? So this is this week, that's why it's down so low. But that's all I wanted to show you. And what I've learned, and what the interesting thing that I've learned with this is not that it's not with sort of the content marketing, and my views have changed dramatically in terms of the usefulness of this, and I've learned a lot. I'm probably, in terms of making long-term any sort of financial prospects with this, I'd probably hesitate to recommend it unless you're doing it as a hobby and just having fun. And that's really where I've taken this, is that it's just a hobby at this moment. I realized that I did things in reverse. I probably should have been doing this in the beginning, to doing this content marketing rather than building a website, sort of talking about what the website would be and asking for advice and stuff like that. Would have been a much more effective way in building an audience. And then from there, once you have an audience, you can start building the website to meet that. But you can see that in general, the way to go is to definitely build the audience. And what I've learned is a lot about myself in terms of actually producing this kind of stuff. It's really is a journey. It's a lot of work, to be honest. You have to do it, doing it every day. And what I actually do is, I batch some of the tasks and I batch some of the videos, but I still have to put up a video. I'm still doing videos probably often every day, and often every other day. If I'm putting out videos, I'm doing that. So it does take a lot of work. It's very time consuming, but I've changed my perspective on this, and that this is a lot more about me just giving back in every possible way that I can give back and help other people. I know that this might be useful to somebody if they're ever interested in doing something like this, and they can sort of follow along. But it's also really a way of me to continue to extend who I am and what I'm doing, and to be a much more better academic in this way, to help a much larger audience of people that can't get access to universities and stuff like that. They can follow along and look at this, and if anybody's interested, they can sort of search me out and things like that and find where I am. And I'm always willing to chit chat with that kind of stuff, or you can attend a class and all that kind of thing. Or I just changed my perspective on this, and it was a really fun and interesting way to change in who I am with this whole process. And I'm expecting that if you did a similar thing, you would change as well, for better or worse, right? So sometimes it's really frustrating, and you can't be shy with any of this stuff, but at the same time, you do learn about your who you are, and it's just really a journey. So with that, that's all I wanted to say. If you are enjoying this video, make sure you do a thumbs up and leave some comments if you have anything else that you'd like to suggest. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. Bye.